This thing has been out of stock and back ordered for months, but finally got my hands on one. Let's check it out. Everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Dominic, also known as Tick to the Talk. Today is an exciting day. I just received the Moog Muse 8-voice analog polyphonic synthesizer, and this is like my first analog synthesizer. Actually, it's going to be my second because I do have the SE1, but that is a monophonic synthesizer. So this is going to be my first polyphonic analog synthesizer. So we're going to open it up. We're going to look at it, get some hands on, do some patch surfing, and then we might just make a beat with it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But stick around and let's go. All right, so here we have the Moog Muse. Keys feel nice and springy, nice synth action there. Can feel the aftertouch engaging as you give a nice firm press down. All of the knobs feel really, really nice. I mean, it just feels really solid. The chassis is metal, and I just love the wood grain sides. Adds a nice Moogish look to it. Pitch bend feels good. Mod wheel feels good. It's just a very well built synth. Buttons have a nice satisfying click to them. Let's turn it on. All right, here's a first patch. Nice little vocal patch there with a little bit of aftertouch at the end. Muse runner. Let's go to a different bank. I feel like y'all probably heard a lot of these sounds from the initial bank. So let's go to the next bank. Let's see, this is classic and Moog 55 strings. Let's see what that sounds like. Very nice analog string sound. This thing sounds so fat. String phase. Blind Nights. Fantasy Quill. Let's see. All right, so far, here's some things that I do like about the Moog Muse. I like that there's a lot of one-for-one controls, a lot of hands-on controls. So one knob per function type of controls. I have my LFOs over here, so I know if I want to control those in real time, I have them available. Then I have my modulation section, which modulation oscillators can also be used as a third audio oscillator. So speaking of oscillators, there's a section with 2 oscillators here, and you can blend between a triangle and sawtooth wave as well as a variable pulse width wave, and then also mix in between them. And then there's a sync button so that you can sync the 2 oscillators together. Again, a lot of one function per knob type of controls, which are great to have on an analog synth. And here's your mixer sections for dialing in your different oscillators and your ring modulation, as well as the modulation oscillator, which, as I said before, can also be used as the third audio oscillator. And we have some noise, and we can also definitely overload the mixer, which is a classic kind of mode trick to get some funky, just more harmonics in your sound. Then we have our filter section. There are 2 filters, and the filters can also be linked, which kind of gives you a way to do some bandpass filtering. And then we have our filter envelopes and our VCA envelopes. Then over here, our VCA levels, pannings, panning spread, and then some effects. So we have our diffusion delay, and with the delay, you can modify one or both the left and right delays. So that's really cool to have. And then of course, link them. And then we have our output section for our main output headphones and a low cut output. Then along here, we have chords, voice control. Here's the programmer, where I've been selecting a lot of the banks and the sounds and the patch. Those are kind of the only 2 functions I've discovered so far. I haven't gotten into the arpeggiator or the sequencer, but definitely going to be diving deep into those, and I'll probably make some videos on them. So, and then we have our arpeggiator section, and then our sequencer section, our clock for our tempo. There's even a tap tempo. What I do love about the Moog Muse is every section is identifiable. It's well labeled. I know what they are, even for someone who hasn't read the manual. And then each section has this nice little button where you can tap it, and it takes you to a deeper menu on the little screen here. So if I want to get into some of the deeper settings for each one of those sections, I simply just press that little triangle button, and it instantly takes me to that. And I don't have to do a lot of menu diving and digging around to find certain settings. The settings that pertain to that particular section are going to pop up. That is very great and very handy. All right, I think it's time we make a beat. Let's just jam out. So the Moog Muse 8-voice polyphonic analog synthesizer. We've looked at it, we've touched it, we've patch surfed a little bit, and now we've created a jam. I mean, this thing is really a beast unto itself, and I'm looking forward into like really digging in and getting under the hood to mess with all of its crazy parameters. I mean, I haven't even gone into the arpeggiator or the sequencer or even the chord features or the voice controls. There's so much packed into this synthesizer, and I'm going to dig in. So expect more videos about the Moog. I'm excited. I hope that you're excited. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know by liking the video. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel. It lets me know that you all appreciate what I do on this channel. And then also drop a comment. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see me do more of on this channel. Is it hardware synthesizers or other types of hardware? Is it going to be software or DAWs? Please let me know what you'd like to see me do more of. Is it performance videos? As always, thanks for watching. And keep those 808s booming, and I'll see y'all in the next one.